Before I start the ABCC1103 video presentation for the topic solution to the challenge faced by users with regards to communications technology in Malaysia. Now I want to introduce myself. My name is Lim Chan Jun. Take the part-time course of Bachelor Information Technology and Open University Malaysia, Seberang Jaya Learning Center. My matriculation number is 9704060752970001. Okay, now I want to start the topic is the Malaysian Information and Communication Technology ICT industry may be hampered from going further and is continue to be blocked by some complex and vital issues that could lead to the derailing of the nation ambition caution the National ICT Association of Malaysia (PICOM). Muhammad Amran Kunaran Abdullah, Director of Talent Division. MDEC said another initiative, the National ICT Custodian, has embarked on to address the supply deficiency is to create better awareness through its strategic initiative that ICT as a career choice. Speaking at the same media briefing, Ibra said what of the biggest challenges on the supply side faced today have to do with parent perception of what computer science or ICT career is all about. If you look at the present environment, kids seems to be tech savvy and expert user of gadget, but when you ask them if they are serious enough to pursue ICT as a career and become a creator of technology. The dislike also with parents, the stigma of the .com, but is still there and they make the encourage their children is designed to permeate all schools, both primary and secondary, in a bid to raise the awareness of what ICT as a career could truly be. There are numerous challenges and issues that need to face by government and e-government implementers in which will determine the success or future of e-government initiatives including technical infrastructure, financial, business and strategy, security and privacy, good coordination, leadership skills and change management. Government have to outsource ability and financial resource to outsource. Current staff would be able to define requirements for development in order to clarify the challenge of information communication technology in Malaysia. Government should raise up the awareness for teachers about the importance of ICT skill in teaching. Ministry of Education may provide more training to build more technical support facility to help the teacher delivering knowledge to the student. Next, I think this is the way to suggest this solution to the challenge faced by users with regards to communication technology in Malaysia is LPG. What is LPG? LPG refers to liberalization, privatization, and globalization. India, under its new economic policy, approved the International Bank for Developing the country. They suggested that the government should open toward restriction on trade, which is mostly done by the private sector in between India and other countries. After the suggestion put forward by the international banks, the Indian government announced new economic policy or NEP. This policy consisted of an extensive range of reforms. Their measures are broadly classified into two groups: structural reform and stabilization measures. The objective of structural measures was to develop international competitiveness. Moreover, the measure aimed to eliminate the rigidity in various sections of the country economy. In stabilization measures, the aim was to rectify and correct the existing weakness developed in controlling the inflation and balance of payment. Both sets of measures were taken for a short-term period. Okay, the stabilization measure include liberalization, privatization, and globalization. Under this measure, the balance of payment was enabled to record all forms of economic transaction of a country with the rest of the world in a year. In such a scenario, inflation refers to the growth of price in goods service over a particular period. Okay, the liberalization, the objective of liberalization was to put an end to those rigidities and resistance that were acting as a hindrance to the growth of the country. Further, in this approach, the government was expected to be flexible within regulation intervention. The objective of this policy was to enhance the competition among the domestic industry and encourage international trade with planned import and exports. Moreover, it meant increasing international technology and capital. Also, this policy was expected to expand the international market frontier of the nation and reduce the burden of debt in the country. Number second is privatization. The second policy of the stabilization measure is a privatization. This policy aims to expand the domination of private sector companies and reduce the control sector, thus the government or the enterprise will have less ownership. Besides, the government companies can be converted into private sector companies with two approaches. These approaches are by withdrawing the control of the government in the public sector company and by disinvesting. There are three forms of privatization which are a strategic sale, partial sale, and token privatizations. In the strategic sales of denationalization, the government needs to deliver 100% of productive resource owner to the owners of the private companies. Number third, in globalization. In this policy, the country economy is expected to grow with the help of the global economy. This means that the primary focus will be on foreign trade and institutional and private investment. In this, the third and the last policy that is to be implemented, the objective of this phenomenon is to develop an independent world with the implication of suitable strategies. It is the attempt to create a world where the requirement of one country can be driven and turned into one large economy. One of the major outcomes of globalization is outsourcing. Outsourcing means that enterprise can employ professionals from other countries to reach a particular goal. There is a lot of contract work that is being outsourced in the field of information technology, leading to its development. This has opened new avenues for a lot of private sector and Indian skills are regarded as the most effective and vibrant across the globe. The low wage rate, these dedicated employees have made India one of the contracting nations suitable for international outsourcing. Okay, thank you.